separatist HOA principality theme. They are independent of the greater community.
Good morning, everyone. Morning. We're going to go ahead and begin the Select Committee on Condominium Homeowner Association meeting. What we're going to do is we have several cases that are here, the school cases, and then we have public input. We are waiting for 3 members that you can tell are not from this area and are having a hard time finding this location. So as a result of that, we'll hold off the scheduled cases. It shouldn't be more than 15-20-minute delay. So what we're going to do is we'll start with some input. As you came in, the way you signed in those forms, we'll be calling you up by number and we'll start getting some input from the public. But more importantly, first of all, I just want to start by thanking our host here. And we have a wonderful host here, the Florida statutes, enforcement, and whatever else that we can do to improve your lives if you live in an association environment. Also, some of the things that this committee is doing is we're also trying to tackle some of the toughest cases that we've had pending either with DVPR or with the Ombudsman's Office, and probably for the past several years. And a lot of it has to do with the access to documents. And I think that I want to send a very clear message. One of the things that this committee is focused on is getting access to documents. I think there's some people here today that have been subpoenaed because of the lack of access to documents. And I got to tell you that it's a shame that a lot of times people don't want to voluntarily give us the documents that we need to look at to see what's really going on. And more importantly, we have to subpoena people to come here to bring documents. And we're going to change that in the state of Florida. We're going to give the subpoena power, hopefully in the form of a legislative change to DVPR at the local level, so that after the required 10 days of notice, if you haven't got your documents, whatever you've requested, you'll be able to then file a complaint to DVPR. This is on the condo side now. This is not for home associations. And that would then create a situation where they would try with a voluntary letter, a secondary letter, and then, of course, a subpoena. Just want to make sure that you know that. For those here that are here as far as homeowner associations, we are looking at trying to model what is in place for condominiums, also for homeowner associations. And could I just have a show of hands? How many people here in this area here for homeowner association issues? That's what I figured. So you're going to be the majority here today, and we'll be listening to you because a lot needs to be done for those that live in homeowner associations. So we want to make sure that you have a chance to speak. And I would tell you, when you have your presentation time today, I would tell you, don't dwell on the problem. Be short and sweet. Tell us what it is that you'd like to see us do, what changes you'd like this committee to do, and I think that would be the best way to really get the ear of the legislators. Apparently, Mr. Cheshire, is that you, sir? Yes. Okay, thank you for being here today. And basically what we had, so you know a little bit about the history, remember we're doing this for the record, is access to financial statements and some very serious allegations that were made regarding Mr. Cheshire and the Cheshire Group. So first thing we need to do is both sides are here. Can I have all of those that are going to provide testimony, please, as those speak, raise their right hands and be sworn in. Did everyone raise your hand? Mr. Hess, you're going to be providing some testimony. Would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that your testimony here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. At this time, what we do is, I have some of the points, but it's better if we let both sides have equal time to speak about this. First of all, have you brought all the documents that were requested in the subpoena, sir?
Yes, I have all the documents.
All the documents here, thank you, sir. If you can, are these all the documents up here, Mr. Hess?
This is custom white. This is the legal documents.
Association folks, can you please keep it down back there? The association was served a subpoena on February 15th. Subsequently, the association emailed attachments which they claim contained missing documents, and the complainant responded that the association still had not fully complied and had a few documents missing. That said, Mr. Namath did send a certified letter to the board asking specific questions and still has not received his answers. Robert Bueller said he would be present, and he also made some recommended changes to legislation. So here it is, sir. Have you brought the documents requested in the subpoena?
Yes, in fact, we have them auto expressed to your offices, either to you or to Mr. Brown's office. I have a copy of them.
We have, sir, some questions for you. The committee received 3 cases that apparently your firm represents: Plaza East, Spanish Isles, and Playa del Mar. Since the beginning, I will tell you, Mr. Rogers, now that you're here under oath in front of us, your law firm was very unwilling to cooperate with us. I personally spoke to not you, but one of your attorneys on one of them. And my question to you is...
Can I respond to that?
Absolutely, sir.
For the record, I would like to establish that I have had dialogue with Mr. Bond on several occasions, and that I have written to your office as well, and I have left an outstanding offer to be available to speak with.
Can I ask you a question, though? At one time, one of the groups, and there was a property management company that was willing to talk to us at first. Plaza East apparently willing to cooperate, and did your law firm at any time contact them and ask them not to cooperate with us with this particular board? Absolutely not. For the record, thank you, sir. And again, after second notices, I have copies of our correspondence back and forth to you. This is a message from you. I'll ask you the question, then I'm going to make a statement. Why do you feel that your law firm tried, and we have it in black and white here, every excuse why not to show up at these meetings? Why did they try to find every loophole, every misdirection, and we're not an association, we're a homeowner association? Why did your law firm take that approach instead of working amicably with us?
So you want to make a statement for that?
Well, I'll make another statement. I just have, let me answer my question.
My firm and myself in particular have been available and continue to be available to work with you. We believe there are many issues that require that are somewhat distant on Saturday. These are individuals who volunteer their time for the betterment of their community. They do so without compensation or consideration, and they have indicated a willingness to meet with you and any of the special committee members. However, they find that they are not available all the time. And while we appreciate the fact that this special committee meets on Saturdays to make the opportunity available to the membership at large, it does not necessarily meet the needs or the availability of those volunteers.
Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you not agree that I love volunteers? God bless our volunteers. But they have a fiduciary responsibility, and being a member of the board is a very, very, very big responsibility. Would you not agree with that, sir?
I would respond to that by saying that a fiduciary duty is not a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, all-the-time availability responsibility, that it can be handled in the course of a business period between 9 and 5, Monday through Friday. And if there's an emergency, I tell you that all of these individuals not only would, but have made themselves available to address those emergencies, such as hurricane restoration, such as water heater failures and water leaks throughout the building. To suggest that these people are uncooperative because they couldn't attend to the schedule that you've asked is not reasonable.
Well, let me restate that. I'm not saying that the boards were uncooperative this time. I'm saying your law firm was uncooperative.
Well, let me respond to that as well. I work at the directive of my clients. My client has a fiduciary duty to their membership, which includes the responsibility for their budget. It's a great expense for them to have counsel available to travel to a meeting.
Let me ask you a question. Plaza East.
I'm attempting to attain the entire 2.5-hour coverage of these cases and will provide DVD copies if I can. This video and the complete 2.5-hour video are powerful messages that must be sent to your legislators and media. They reveal what happens when there is no accountability. Furthermore, it's inexcusable for elected representatives to answer that it's only happening in a few cases, and therefore we can accept this inequity and do nothing about it.